Hi everyone, this is Jason Zach from Nathaniel School of Music. In this lesson, we are going to figure out a system to play chords in a very easy but yet a sophisticated sounding method for any pop songs or rock songs or Bollywood songs out there. It could even folk music, gospel, country, lot of genres actually. So in this lesson, we'll focus on a variety of things. We're going to build our inversions. We'll do a few basic patterns for the right hand, including arpeggios, some dance rhythms as well. And the left hand will also do a few embellishments, harmonic add-ons, if you will, with intervals of fifths, thirds. And I thought we should pick some of the so-called tough scales out there. So we definitely on our channel, we never do C major, but sometimes we end up doing G major and F major. In this tutorial, we are going to go way beyond that. We are going to do three scales: B, F sharp and D flat major. Okay, so before we get started, it'll be nice if you can get your keyboards along and play with me throughout the lesson. Get a book, and you can also download my handwritten notes on Patreon, where you can support our channel and help us grow. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for regular notifications. That helps our channel grow. Okay, let's get cracking. So let's first start with F sharp major scale. 6 sharps. You could also call it G flat major and then write 6 flats. You might be thinking, what is the 6th sharp? The 6th sharp is actually E sharp, which we have to write to stick to the rules of notation. Okay, so that's E sharp. Now, the chord progression for this tutorial would be a 6, 4, 1, 5, a rather popular chord progression. So the 6 of F sharp major would be D sharp, also known as E flat. Then you do the 4, which happens to be B, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, sa re ga ma, and then you do F sharp, which is the 1. And then you do C sharp, which happens to be the 5. You can also call it D flat. So now in the right hand, what am I doing? I have two options. One is I can do a chord formed with just the sa pa sa 1 5 1 of the F sharp major scale, or else I could form a chord with the 5 1 high 5, which could also be pa sa pa. So sa pa sa pa sa pa. Okay, these are your shapes in the right hand for the entire lesson. We are just going to maintain this static chord, and this will harmonize very well as we alter the bass notes in the left hand. So let's keep it either in the root position or the inversion. We don't have to say first or second inversion. You can just say inversion. Okay, and you have to decide which octave you would prefer to play it in. There we go. Just get used to that. Usually for the root position, I like to use my middle finger in the middle, and for the inversion, I like to use my index finger in the middle. Okay, coming to the left hand. So you 6, and a good start would just be hit this 4 times and hit this 1 time. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You could also replace the 1 with the median or the 3. Sounds very uplifting. And then the 5. 6, 4, 1 or 3, 5. Let's try the inversion out, see how that sounds. 6, 4, 3, 5. Try to also sing these notes. Dha or D sharp, Ma or B, A sharp, B flat, C sharp, Dha. Okay, and the primary goal of this pattern or this system is to get us to sing. So I'd encourage you to practice this hard, so that you free your mind from the piano and then focus exclusively on some singing. You could also change the chords every 2 beats. Ta-da, ta-da-da-da-da. And this is what you could call as block chords in the right hand. You can also do some simple arpeggios, maybe L, M, H, M, low, middle, high, middle. We've done too many arpeggio lessons on our channel, so I'd encourage you to head over to our playlist. We'll leave it in the description. You can also go over to the Nathaniel School website and access them in the free tutorial section. So I'm going with this arpeggio for now for time purposes. So L, M, H, M, L, M, H, M, low, middle. And the same story in the left hand. Can even double up the arpeggio to maybe 16s. Now, what is the left hand currently doing? The left hand is currently just holding a single note of the chord progression, essentially 6, 4, 1, 5 or 6, 4, 3, 5. What if we want to step it up a notch by making it a bit thicker or a bit more richer? One nice strategy is to add an octave to each of these notes. So you can either play the octave in the kind of lower range or in the really deep low range, and it works really well. You can also kind of fool around with the chord progression. There's a 6. 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay, what about another pattern for the right? We've done blocks, we've done arpeggio. What about a broken system? For a broken chord system, you can either do something a bit slower, sort of like Journey's Don't Stop Believing. There we go. You can play that, or you can do outside, inside broken. Probably swing it a bit and play it a bit more faster. Broken chords could happen, or if you want a more dancier rhythm, you could try the Tresillo, which is 3 hits over a cycle. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and so you could do the slow Tresillo and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and to count this Tresillo a bit better, we leave you a dedicated Tresillo video in the description. Check it out. Okay, so you can either do the slow Tresillo 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, or the fast or the disco Tresillo 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a there we go. So just to revise the right hand patterns again: blocks, arpeggios, broken, Tresillo. And the left hand's pretty much doing the same thing. However, we started with single notes, then moved on to octaves, and what next for the left hand? Let's make the harmony a bit more richer by adding a perfect fifth or a fifth interval to each of these chord roots. So What is the fifth of D sharp? You could say A sharp or B flat. There we go. B's fifth is F sharp. F sharp's fifth is C sharp. C sharp or D flat's fifth is G sharp or A flat. I've always been on the F sharp major scale so far in this lesson. We'll do the others as well. So I started with single, octave, and now fifths, also known as a power chord for some. There we go. So in summary, the left hand could be played as it is. Octaves, perfect fifths. Of course, be careful, you don't want to play too low. And diatonic thirds. So the diatonic thirds of D sharp would be F sharp. Diatonic third of B would be D sharp. Diatonic third of F sharp would be A sharp. We've written it down in the chart. Check it out. There we go. And put in some dynamics once you're a bit confident. So in the left hand, we would either play the roots, octave, fifths, or the thirds. And the right hand, I've given you now a block system, an arpeggio system, a broken system, and the Tresillo system. Now let's drive this to a few of the other scales, and by pushing it onto the other scales, it'll be a good revision before we sign off from this lesson. So the next scale would be D flat major. I'm referring to it with 5 flats. So that's D flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, B flat. Fine. So I'll play the same thing, sa pa sa, in the right hand, or pa sa pa in the right hand. That would be the inversion. And the same story with the left hand. Let's form 6, 4, 1, 5. The same pop progression. 6 of D flat, B flat. 4 would be F sharp or G flat. D flat is the 1. And back to 5. Goes on. Let's add some thirds now. Fifths or octaves. There we go. Okay, so D flat major. It's written for you. Check it out. We've even written down the thirds, the fifths, and the octave. And now what about B major? Like D flat major had 5 flats, B major would have 5 sharps. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp. So B major coming up again. So first off, form 1, 5, 1, which will be the 5th chord in root position. Then 5, 1, 5, which would be the inversion. There we go. So keep that going. What's the 6, 4, 1, 5 of our B? G sharp, E, B, F sharp. Repeat. G sharp, maybe with octaves. Dha, ma, sa, pa. Bring in some fifths. Now bring in the thirds. Okay, so in this lesson we've looked at 3 keys and the major scale: F sharp major, D flat major, finally B major. We formed the fifth chord in each of these three scales, in the root and the inversion. And in the left hand, we've looked at a simple pop progression, 6-4-1-5, and we've stacked up octaves, fifths, and thirds in the left hand. We've looked at about 4 patterns in the right hand: blocks, arpeggio, broken, and Tresillo. Now, if you're watching this video and you feel you'd like to, learn in a more structured manner, maybe you found this a bit daunting and you'd like to start from a foundational level, you can consider a specific course at our music school for your skill level. If you are an intermediate learner and you found that you'd like to go beyond what I just did now, you could consider again a package at Nathaniel School of Music where we can customize a 6-month semester for you, not just to cover piano technique but also to give you theoretical concepts and ear training concepts. We focus on important topics like transcription, sight singing, music production, music technology. So a lot of these things would be available in a semester at our school in a very classroom, homework, assignments, regular, structured manner. So do consider reaching out to one of our course advisors and we'll be happy to help you out. And thanks for watching this lesson. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and hit the bell for regular notifications so that you don't miss the next video as well, which will come your way soon. Cheers, and I will catch you in the next one.